What up guys, Squesty here, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing something interesting, as always. I'm going to be taking a piece of my sister's art, here it is. It's her own Spider-Man kind of character, customized to her. And I'm going to be recreating it and just trying to improve upon it, make the design a little better, and overall just make it a better picture. Here we go. So first off, I just want to tell you guys what inspired her to make this piece. Basically, she's a huge fan of cats. She has several. So she had the brilliant idea of combining Spider-Man and cats. So her character, it's a bit, wonky, but I'm going to try to even it up with some good proportions, which is honestly very difficult for me because I want it to look nice, like flow, not all blobby and misshapen, And I honestly do struggle with proportions a lot, so this is a good challenge for me, just getting me out there and trying to create a not realistic but proportionally correct human being or spider cat thing. I had so much trouble with this hand, I can't even begin to explain it. I erased, and then I drew, then I erased, and I drew, and honestly, hands are not my forte. I always make them too small or too big or too long, and so that's just something I really have to practice on. Also, it took a couple tries to get the hood right. In her picture that she drew, it made it look a little bit more droopy and more like, it's hanging on your head, but I found that a little bit difficult to recreate, so it took me a little while, but I think I got it right. So I decided for a prank just to add like what a cat's eye really looks like. That's good, eh? Cat girl. Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. That would be funny. But I'm not gonna wreck the picture like that. That would look pretty freaky. So the sketch is getting pretty dark, as in I don't think I'd be able to erase it, and the colors are super pastel in the cat girl, so I decided to trace over it and make a outline on a new piece of paper. I don't know if it completely, represented the sketch as well. I think I still like the sketch better. I'm actually going to keep the sketch so I could maybe recreate it later on, but anyway, this is what I'm going to have to work with. So I got the Copic markers out, and I'm just going to start coloring. And these colors are so pastel and light, and I'm not used to working with pastel colors, and I always just want to keep adding more and more and more and more dark, shading and stuff. And my sister did not do any sort of shading, so the colors are super light. And one of the things that I did not represent very well, I guess, from her picture is that my colors just kept getting darker and darker and darker. But I guess that's part of me recreating what she did. It's kind of in my own style, so my style is darker colors, so I guess that lines up. Here's the actual sketch as it compares. I didn't really like how the outline turned out, just because the head was like higher up. I made the head smaller or something, but I think it still works a lot. Honestly, throughout this whole picture, I was just kind of like, oh, I don't think this is gonna work. And then towards the end, it kind of started all pulling together, and I was like, you know what, this is probably gonna work. 99%. Here I'm just laying down that first pink layer, just really light and pastel, and gradually adding the shading and darker colors on top. I must admit, these colors are really pretty, and the whole picture ends up turning really pastel. I don't know if it looks too washed out, or maybe that's just a look I'm not used to, since like I said, I do like dark colors. But here I am adding the webbing. Notice I'm adding it after I did the coloring, so it will not smear like crazy. That would be bad. I decided to do the back buildings purple. I don't know why I decided to do this. I just kind of did. It looks like a very, I think these are like unicorn colors, so that's funny. Anyway, while I was, doing this, I don't know what I was going to do about that yellow sky, okay? You'll see how I deal with it later on, but whew, I did not know. I despised that sky, to put it lightly. Anyway, I went in with my jelly roll pen. Actually, no. What is it called again? Yeah, I think it's a jelly roll. Yeah, it's jelly roll. And I added windows, and then with my Posca pens, I added more windows. Okay, after all this window stuff is done, I'm going to try to create the cat girl thing at the bottom, the words that actually say cat girl, and so I'm just kind of outlining it with that dark, maybe say the street color. Now it's time to deal with that yellow sky, and man, I just didn't really know, guys. So here am I starting out, and I guess I went for a more peachy theme. So if you can't already guess, it's going to be a sunset, and so I decided, obviously the main color has to be like a yellow, and then I'm adding in these peachy clouds, and I drew like an outline of a sun, so it's like pure white, so it looks so bright, and then I added highlights on Catgirl and the buildings, and I think this improved it so much, and I just love how I handled that yellow sky, and actually made it work with the picture, sort of. So here I am outlining the Catgirl. It was pretty easy. It had a little bit of a backdrop, which they were both colored in the traditional colors of this picture with the pink and the turquoise. And they added the webbing, which in her hand, like she's swinging from, which I think is like black in the picture, which is not traditional spider web, but you know, this is Catgirl, so she's different. She's special. I'm just adding the last finishing touches, you know, just outlining some more, and I'm almost done. Whoosh, magic! There's my picture. Anyway, here's the finished piece, and here's the original piece. Switch them around. What do you guys think? I think the original one, the limbs are a bit, you know, misformed, and the other one is like smoother, more coherent. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Comment down below what you thought, and stay tuned to the end. Squessy out. Hey, so guys, sorry, I didn't have any footage to play during this talk, so enjoy the nice black screen. Anyway, I was just thinking of a little idea, I'll throw it out there, that I would do a question every video, and you guys would answer me down in the comments. You know, comment down below what you think. Anyway, the question of this week is, how could I have better improved my sister's picture? What points do you think I didn't do well at improving? And what did you think I did really good? I know it's kind of a mouthful, but just think about it and comment down below what you think. Anyway, guys, till next week.